There are things you do when you're young that follow you into old age like a shadow. Silent, unnoticed, yet always there, waiting. I was 22, no money, no man, no plan, just 2 babies, and a city that did not care if I survived the week. People like to talk about choices like they are clean, like you sit down, weigh your options, and pick a future. That is not how it happens. Not when you are hungry. Not when the rent is due. Not when the father of your children has already disappeared into silence. He said he would come back. He said he just needed time, but time never came back with him. I remember the night before I went into labor. The power was out. Heat sitting on my skin like punishment. I was lying on the floor, talking to God like I knew him, begging like I didn't. Just let them be okay. That was all I asked. The hospital was cold, too bright, too quiet in the wrong places. When the first baby came, Calvin, he arrived loud, fighting, demanding life. When the second one came, Andre, it was different, too quiet. I remember asking, why is he not crying? Then he did, soft, like he wasn't sure he was allowed to exist. That was the moment fear entered me. Quiet fear, the kind that whispers, this one will need more than you can give. 3 days, that is how long I'd had. 3 days to decide who I could be and whom I could not. The woman from the agency came, soft voice, careful eyes. There are families ready, she said, families who can give him everything. Everything. That word is dangerous. That night, I didn't sleep. I held both of them, trying to memorize something I already knew I would lose on the 3rd day. They brought the papers. Are you sure? I wasn't. I was never sure, but I nodded anyway. I picked Andre up, held him longer than before, waiting for something to stop me, a sign, a miracle. Nothing came, so I told myself something easier to live with. He will be better without me. And then I let him go. Years passed. Calvin grew up in struggle, in a house where sometimes there wasn't enough, but he never complained. He would look at me sometimes and ask, "Mama, you okay?" And I would smile, because children believe what you show them. Andre, he grew up somewhere else. I didn't see it with my eyes, but I saw it through reports, photos, updates I paid for. Just to know he was alive, he had a room, books, a family that chose him. I used to study their faces, trying to decide if they were better than me. Calvin had struggle, Andre had stability, but Calvin had me, and Andre didn't. Years turned into decades, and silence became part of our home. Calvin noticed. He always noticed. Was there someone else? The first time, I laughed. The second time, I avoided it. The third time, I lied. That was the moment something broke, quietly. Then one day he found it, a name, a date, a truth. How long? He asked. Since the beginning, silence. You gave him away. Yes, but why him? I had no answer that wouldn't sound like betrayal. I thought he would have a better life. And me? That question stayed in the room long after he said it. I didn't ask you to choose. He was right. Days passed. We became strangers in the same house. And then Calvin did what I couldn't do. He found his brother. He picked up the phone and called Andre the night Andre came to my door. Everything I had avoided came with him. He stood there, not angry, not confused, just present. And he said, "Ruth, not Mama," and I accepted it. "I'm not here to forgive you." He said, "I know I need the truth." And for the first time, I told it, everything. When I finished, the room felt heavier. Then he found the box, Photos, clippings, a life I watched, but never touched at the bottom. His hospital bracelet, baby boy Brewster, you had more than this, he said. You had time. And he was right. Then he took my hand, not forgiveness, not acceptance, just something human. Calvin sat beside us, not choosing sides, just choosing connection. I didn't want us to stay strangers, he said. Andre nodded. I'm not ready for more than this. That's okay, I said, because even this was more than I deserve now. I don't know how much time I have left, but I know those two boys found each other, not because of me, not in spite of me, but because something in them refused to stay broken. So I leave the door open, not waiting, not expecting, just open, and if they walk through it, together or apart, that'll be enough. Not forgiveness, not redemption, just something honest, and sometimes that is the closest thing to peace a life like mine will ever know. Every choice has a story. Every story leaves a mark. Subscribe to Life with No Balance for more powerful stories that will stay with you long after they're over.